New game. Let's start this chicken sandwich right. Oh, my son's... Ugh. Let's see if he stays asleep. I missed the quote there.
I ran out to get a pack of cigarettes, but I left my wallet at home.
As one often does.
Yeah, that's me. I'm getting old. My name is Sonny Featherland, an investigator for 20 years.
I like the...
and once the star of the predatory division of the Clawville Police Department, one half of the legendary Chicken Police. But buying a pack of smokes is more than I can handle right now. Maybe I should just lay low. Yeah, I'll do that. The most colorful place in the wilderness. For all the gods, what bullshit. The last clucking color left this city years ago. And slowly I'll turn gray, too.
Clucking. Take your clucking gun. Chicken police. Paint it red.
Still, what do I expect? We're living in a vast experiment, and don't even notice that everything got clucked up a long time ago.
I'm sure I won't get
We
sick of that.
believe in this wonderland of peaceful coexistence. Wolves and sheep, chickens and hounds. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah, sure.
It's just ridiculous. The dog eats the chicken. It's in our nature. I'm not propping up the illusion anymore. 121 days, and it's over. Retirement.
Okay.
What could possibly go wrong?
What is that, LA? Never been there, I wouldn't know. Doe, a deer, a female deer.
Ah, crap. My office lock is a piece of shit if a dame can pick it. She stood in the darkness. The light painted stripes on her body. It whispered secret little things that were never there in the first place. But she was no zebra. Reality was just a light switch away. Elizabeth or Charlotte? I was sure she'd have a sophisticated-sounding name. She had a bygone-look in her eyes.
I kind of wish this
Older
guy
than
was
this
voiced
ancient
by
building,
the same
and
guy that did
perhaps
Assy
the whole
McGee,
city itself.
and he
Or maybe
talked
I'm
like
just
Assy
drunk.
McGee.
But she was the first womanly thing in my place for a long time, so I had to give her a chance.
Which that guy actually plays Teddy in the hit show Bob's Burgers, if you're familiar. A little bit of trivia for you. Guy that plays Assy McGee also plays Teddy on Bob's Burgers. Gotta get the gun.
She doesn't seem so dangerous that I need to grab my gun, but you never know.
My last cigarette.
My wallet and my badge. The wallet is real. The badge ain't. Chief Bloodboil took mine, so I got this one out of a pack of cornflakes, just in case.
Chief Bloodboil.
My last cigarette. You're lucky I don't have a light, pal.
That cigarette is a little bit janky, if I may say so. Excuse me. Pictures. Dame. The city. So this is just like your average point and click. That's okay. We can figure out the mystery together.
Books I'm never gonna read.
Maybe nobody ever has. Pile of papers.
I don't even know what the... I promised myself I'd write...
Painful memory.
This is one of the most beautiful memories from my old life. Before Molly left me and took our daughter.
I want to zoom in on that. Is what is up with the head? I can't make it out. Is it like a Pixar pelican or something? It seemed. Anyway.
The good things in life don't last long. The best ones always leave first. M.B. Davis, the eternal king of jazz. The photo is from the days of jazz prohibition. I only heard the old man live one time, but I'll never forget that night. And not only because I woke up at the harbor without my gun, my badge, and my pants. The Wild Gentleman. Those guys rebuilt the city after the Great Fire of 867. My heroes when I was a little chick. I'm starting to think they should have left Clawville as it was, burned to the ground.
Burned down to the ground. Celebrity cops from the dump. Light switch. Yeah, turn the lights in here. It's a little too dark. Cabinet. Hold on, I need to go to the cabinet.
I don't even
first,
know
girl.
where the key is. Whatever.
Alright, let's talk to you. Look.
Who is this dame, anyway?
Look
And
this
what the
dame up
cluck
and
is she
down.
doing in my apartment on New Year's Eve?
Let me introduce myself. My name is Deborah, Miss Deborah Ibanez.
You're mistaken, ma'am.
Oh, really? Please enlighten me, Mr. Featherland.
I'm not a private eye. I'd recommend Mr. Philmar Lowe instead of me.
Phil
He's a
Lamar?
nice guy.
Believe me, Mr. Featherland, it's not an
Mr.
accident I
Featherland.
came to you.
Mr. Featherland.
Look, miss, I work for the police, and I'm currently on leave. I couldn't accept private commissions even if I wanted to. Not even from a classy dame like you.
Then what are you doing with this private eye setup going on here, my friend? My KFC friend.
Am I that easy to read?
That's my job. But tell me, since you've invited yourself in, would you like a drink?
I don't usually drink.
The dame didn't look like she was lying, but I figured she knew the taste of a swig of alcohol every now and then. At least, recently.
Well, I've got to have one. And it'd be rude of me to drink alone. So, maybe some sherry?
If you insist. But bourbon, please.
Ah, thank the wild ones. That's all I have.
Now, I am not the type of whiskey snob to... I don't really... I shouldn't even say a snob because I don't have the knowledge so much to... It's been explained to me before, but distinguish a scotch from a scotch from a whiskey... I don't know. I have an American whiskey right here. Let's have some. A responsible amount, of course. And I'm not one to drink often, so I do enjoy chasers and precursors, if you will.
What a coincidence.
So come on, spill it from the beginning.
Oh, so you can autoplay, you can replay. Let's autoplay. Oh. So, What was that?
That's better. Now, if I understand correctly, your mistress is receiving threats. What kind of threats exactly?
Why didn't they write
It's a very
the
strange matter.
discussion?
First, there were letters. Then it came
Make it
printed on a
interesting,
wine
write it.
bottle's label, sent as a gift. Then carved into a brick, thrown through the window. And finally, they painted it on the wall of the house in giant red letters.
I think it's time to dig a little deeper. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some routine questions.
I'd like to ask you some
Please.
routine questions.
That's why I'm here.
New function, questioning. The notebook is a detective's best friend. Here you gather vital information about the case, the suspects or victims, and the locations you will visit. How does it work? Click on any text or picture in your notebook to read the translated version in your language. Or should I read everything like Assy McGee? The victim, the lady, is the target of some strange threats. All of them are written. All of them are written. So that means that the perpetrator doesn't know how to speak. I'm already ahead of the case. Excuse me, that's a soda. This used to be a nice place. Now we're competing who gets well, I better go first. The hotel's winning, but honestly, I'm not that far behind. You know what? I'm not gonna do Assy McGee the whole time. That'll get old, because I need to watch that show again. I don't feel like I'm doing it justice.
I don't see colors anymore. Only emptiness. Everything faded. I need another drink.
Here.
So, this is the part where the interrogation comes. Like in those detective movies.
Something like that, Deborah. Yes.
Ah. Got a classy smart dame here. Question. Focus on what you know about the suspect. Is he or she suspicious? Concentrate on that. Subject, John Doe. This is a lady? Huh? This fellow's rather suspicious. Oh, this is an example, I see. Excuse me. Detective meter, suspicious. Yes or no? He is suspicious. Hmm? I am suspicious. Why are you suspicious? Gather impressions from the subject. Every impression adds a new question line. A new impression. Question 1, 2, 3, 4 are so many options. Detective meter is your best friend. It shows how well the questioning is going. Keep it on the positive side, okay? Blah, blah, blah. I like that. Plus 100.
I must be cautious and smart. This dame seems shy, which I can use to my advantage. But I must be careful about what I say to her, or I could scare her off. Let's start gently, and when the time comes, we can go in hard.
Oh, I got you, Sonny. I'm in. Deborah Ibanez. Who exactly are you, ma'am?
Who exactly are you, ma'am?
I'm not somebody important, Mr. Featherland.
You're important enough to deal with such a delicate matter, right?
I carry out the wishes of my employer, nothing more. This means simple paperwork, most of the time.
You've been thrown into deep water, sweetheart. Tell me, can you even swim?
Believe me, this is just as unpleasant for me as it is for you, if not even more.
Wonder how Twin Peaks this gets. 'Cause I do like myself some Twin Peaks. This would be the perfect perfect outlet for some weird stuff. And no, if you want to ask me, isn't a woman with a head of a deer, a doe, weird enough? No way, Buckaroony. Tell me, which part of the city do you live in? Calavera Hills? Flowerville, maybe? You're not very confident. Are you sure you're alright? No, we don't want to go in hard. We want to go in...
Tell me, which part of the city do you live in?
I want to get some
Calavera
details
Hills?
first.
Flowerville, maybe?
Look, I don't want to answer that. I'm here on behalf of my employer, and not on personal business.
Fair point, Deborah. Let's try a different approach.
Why did you have to visit me on this particular evening? Stop playing the fright and pray, sunshine, and start singing.
Why did you have to visit me this particular evening?
I have my reasons. I may look like a silly little fawn, and maybe I am, but I still have common sense.
I don't doubt that for a second, Miss Ibanez.
This day is essential to my mistress, and she thought it's also important to you.
A message in itself, for sure. But to be honest, even you are.
You know what? I'll just take that as a compliment, even if it wasn't meant as such.
Yes, Sonny, ease up. New impression, frightened. Why did he come to visit me? Why not your employer herself?
Why did you come to visit me? Why not
Might be a
your
little
employer
direct, but...
herself?
My employer
It's an
is Miss
question.
Natasha Katsenko.
Natasha Katsenko.
She hasn't been leaving her home lately, only if she really has to.
How so?
Miss Natasha is afraid. She's scared because of those unwanted messages, and everyone knows who she is.
Natasha Katsenko, cat lady. Literally. We'll probably see her next.
So she's that kind of woman.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you do, Deborah. Thank you, by the way. We're finally getting somewhere. We avoided the point long enough. Deborah's hiding something, no question. Let's focus on that.
How did you get this address? What do you want from me? I'm sure it's not intentional, but are you toying with me? What exactly did you expect by coming here to meet me?
What do you want from me?
Me?
Oh, don't be silly, Deborah. I mean your employer. I was just talking to myself, out loud.
Well, Miss Katsenko thinks you're a great detective, and you're also reliable. That's why I came.
Did she also give you the lockpick?
Please, could you let this go? I'm really embarrassed.
Sorry, sweetheart, I'm just teasing you. As soon as I saw you, you were forgiven.
That's very nice of you.
It has nothing to do with being nice, Deborah, but you're welcome.
Nothing to do with being nice, Deborah, but you're welcome. Everything to do with your body, because I'm a sleazy detective and a chicken. Don't you think this whole thing is a little suspicious? Have you ever felt truly vulnerable?
Have you ever felt truly vulnerable?
Honestly.
Wait, what was that notebook? I
very
didn't look at the
often,
notebook. He was holding
Mr.
up.
Featherland.
Great, because that's exactly how I feel right now, Deborah.
I'm
Deborah.
sorry if it's too unpleasant for you, but we had no one else to turn to.
You know, I get that a lot, and it never ends well.
Do you like happy endings?
Not
Excuse
in
me,
books or
Deborah.
movies, but in real life it would be nice for a change. But this is Clawville. Not many happy endings around here.
I knew you were romantic at heart.
If what's between me and my whiskey could be called romance, then yes, maybe.
Oh, Sonny. And She's hiding something. If you won't come clean, what's the point of all this? Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all?
Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all?
Because my mistress trusts you.
Should that be enough?
If you really like what she thinks you are, then yes.
Damn, what can I say to that?
Look, I didn't mean to back you up against the wall.
You have a way with words, sweetheart. Did you ever want to be a cop?
No, not for the world.
Smart answer.
So this detective meter, it's gone up. This means the suspicion meter is high? Yeah, hiding something. Okay, focus. Yeah, okay, it's changing as it goes along. Great. Be honest and tell me what you're so afraid of. Be honest and tell me what are you so afraid of.
Be honest and tell me what you're so afraid of.
You know, Mr. Featherland, my mistress's partner is Hobart Wessler. Or as most people know him,
Kingpin.
Ibn Wessler. The Kingpin.
The King.
Exactly.
Wow.
Feathery gods, help me.
Feathery gods.
So you get it now.
Get me, Spider-Man.
To put it mildly, I think I understand it all. Wessler. This little piece of the puzzle changes everything.
True detective. Final thoughts. The legendary chicken police back in action. Still a bit weary but untarnished. Good work. The employer, Natasha's current significant other, is the infamous gangster, Ibn Wessler. Why would I retry? I got 5 stars. I assume there aren't 6. I'm a true detective. Isn't that a TV show? With the guy from True Blood?
I wanted to travel the world when I was a kid, but I think I'm gonna end up dead in here whether I like it or not.
Again, are you working as a private detective? Because you said that you're not supposed. You're on leave right now.
Oh man, I totally get you.
Crooked as a wiener. Okay, Deborah, get out of my office. This is getting awkward. Look.
Legs that go on for days. Deep, dark eyes. Silky skin and voice. You're in big trouble, pal.
You're a chicken and she's a deer, but y'all have humanoid bottoms. Or really, humanoid bodies below the neck. It's kind of weird. Alright, Deborah.
Behind that door lies the kingdom of dirty clothes, cigarette butts, and empty bottles.
People. The mysterious messenger, Miss Deborah Ibanez's employer, is a certain Miss Natasha Kutskik? What? Kutsenko. The employer, Natasha's current significant other, is the infamous gangster Ibn Wessler, the Kingpin. Wilson Fisk. Marty McChicken. The Chicken Police is a famous detective duo. Santino's Sonny Featherland and Marty McChicken gained fame through a case the press called the Bloody New Year's Eve. They flew high for almost 10 years when a fateful brawl put an end to their legend. There's a series of novels about them by Meredith H. Marble. They had published 10 books over the course of 7 years before the series faded out of public interest, as did the Chicken Police itself. City of Clawville. The City of Clawville! Clawville's been an independent city-state for more than 900 years. During the city's foundation, 4 nations had joined forces, represented by the 4 animal figures and the 4 hands on the crest of Clawville. In reality, the tribal alliance of the reptiles and the great insect clans had also played an essential part in the city's founding, but they never got to be represented on the crest. This gave birth to a political and cultural antagonism between the species. Clawville preserved its political autonomy, and the dream that it's only state in the wilderness where predator and prey of any race can live in peace, hence the name, the City of 1,000 Colors. I know that most people don't know this about me in the chat or anything, but I dig the jazz. And I'll take any excuse to listen to it longer. 3 gods are revered in most places across the wilderness. They're the great wild ones who make up the holy trinity of creation, destruction, and silence. Hariti is the goddess of creation, Patapi is the lord of destruction, and Nikvatiti is the genderless ghost of silence and nothingness, keeping the balance between creation and destruction in their never-ending conflict. The Void.
Deborah! Deborah! I can't believe I just made a Rayman reference now! Deborah, get out of my office.
Phone. Pick up. Oh, that's cool. Nothing. They should have spent most of their development time making different recorded messages. Were answering machines a thing in the whatever time frame this takes place in? The wilderness.
Maybe in another lifetime, old bird.
Deborah, get away from me.
Why don't you take it to the police? Just go there and file a report. Photos, flashing lights, fingerprints, you know the drill. The evidence is very clear. Even a moderately talented detective could easily wrap this case up. Or just try the phone. 555-111.
Please, take a look at this.
Well, okay. Let's see.
New item.
I know Molly very well. Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept my assignment. Miss Ibanez is a trusted friend. Treat her as gentleman. N.
I felt like I'd been hit on the back of my head with a blackjack. Reality tilted. Molly. Good gods. What was her name doing there? I glanced at the opposite wall, with the well-worn picture frames. Like an eternally dark hole in the
Why,
wall.
Molly?
A missing piece.
Why not?
She was wearing a light silk dress and singing a lullaby. The waves caressing her beautiful long legs. Why Molly? Why now?
I said
Mr.
that.
Featherland? Santino, are you all right?
What the hell is this supposed to mean?
I don't know anything, Mr. Santino. My mistress told me to give this to you. She said you'd understand. Don't you?
Oh, of course I understand, Miss Ibanez. I get it very well. But this case is becoming more and more confusing.
Blackmail.
It's starting to look like blackmail.
How so?
Blackmail.
Don't play innocent with me.
But
All right. When can I visit?
visit me?
Not you. Miss Katsenko.
Oh, yes. You can find her at the Tsar Club.
Didn't you tell me she's not the social kind? That she's especially unsociable? Or does she only like loud and crowded clubs?
No, she's really not like that. But she owns the place.
Judging by the flyer, it must be a very busy club, especially on New Year's Eve, right?
I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding Miss Katsenko. But there's one small problem, Mr. Featherland.
Let me guess.
I'm Miss
Mr. Westler
Kazensko.
better not know about my visit.
Exactly. How did you know?
20 years experience,
Because he's the
ma'am.
kingpin, man.
Oh, and please, call me Sonny.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Sonny.
I'll talk about the rest with Ms. Kazenko in person. A good friend of mine would be happy to take you home if you'd like.
I'd appreciate that, Sonny.
Good friend of mine. He's a rabbit. Where do I go for this? People. Lewis Hayworth. Is that the Hayworth? Did it mention he was part of the... Who did it say was the partner in the chicken police? I imagine it's another chicken. Lewis is the owner of the once reputable Alice Hotel and a good old friend of mine. At the moment, he's my landlord. It's only the two of us living in this unbelievably enormous hotel. He's crazy about detective stories, and he gladly helps me whenever I ask him. Lewis's number is 555-932. One of the most well-known gangsters of Clawville, real estate mogul, bank director, museum owner, distiller, smuggler, and information broker. And that's only the half of what I've heard about him. He has his dirty little paws everywhere in the city's underworld. 555, what was it? 932. Damn it. 5, 5, 9, 3, 2.
Hey, Lewis. Am I bothering you?
Doesn't matter, get up.
Of course not, Sonny. Old friend, what's up?
Could you come over? I've got a favor to ask if you're not busy.
For you, anything. Just a minute.
Lewis arrived a few minutes later. He lived in the rooms above, so it wasn't difficult getting here. Not to mention that he's a rabbit. It was a quick hop. The Atlas Hotel was his inheritance. It was once a well-renowned place, but not anymore. The last economic crisis ruined it. And now, besides me, he was the only resident of this enormous place.
That seems unlikely. Lewis, let me call the police hotline 555-111. Damn it. Is this like a hint line?
Bravo PD, how can I help you?
Nothing. Forget it.
What is this? Oh, cheap whiskey.
Every whiskey has the same color nowadays.
All right, Lewis, it's time.
The good old rabbit. I can always count on him, even on New Year's Eve. Thanks for being so quick, Lewis. Can you drive Miss Ibanez home? I have some things to take care of.
Of course, Sonny. You know, anything for you.
Thank you for being so considerate, Sonny. I appreciate it.
Don't mention it.
Goodbye, then.
Thank that rabbit
long,
lady.
Deborah.
He's not taking you home. He just
Before
called someone
I
to
visit
take you
the
home and
club,
do a
I
favor.
have to take a detour. I've got a feeling that this case isn't going to be a one-man job. And there's only one bird in this city I can trust. My ex-partner, Marty. He's going to be at the station. I can only hope he'll be willing to talk to me.
Okay.
I
Take
can
her.
always count on you. You got anything?
I thought I'd visit a nightclub. It's New Year's Eve, after all.
Well, I didn't mean to hold you up.
I'll ask a favor of you someday.
I owe you a lot of those, don't I?
That's true. I don't deny it.
Could I ask you
Oh,
a
this
few
guy
more
on the
questions,
favors.
Deborah?
Feel free, Sonny. Sonny, I've already told you what I know. I've never read.
You really are this innocent, aren't you?
I'm not sure I get what you mean. It's not so simple, Mr. Featherland. My mistress.
Is she really that important to you? That you drive around in the dead?
I would do more than that for her.
I see. You're smooth. Real smooth.
Real smooth kid.
Thank you, Mr. Featherland.
Sonny, please. Just Sonny.
I've already told you more about myself than I wanted to.
Afraid you'll get your hands dirty?
I'm afraid I already did.
Do you think my whereabouts aren't a secret?
Do you think they ever were?
Well, I was hoping.
Clawville is a big city, but not so big that Santino Featherland can hide in it.
Oh, please. Flatter me more.
No, really,
So,
flatter me more.
Ibn Wessler, eh? You know you could have dropped the bomb a little earlier.
If I started with that, I'm sure he would have thrown me out.
You're right. He's one of the most dangerous gangsters in the city.
I only know he's an influential businessman.
Isn't that the same?
Not even you can see the world as that black and white.
New personal
So this
info.
Natasha dame.
Look, I'm just the messenger. You have to talk to my mistress about the details. Miss Katsenko was very clear on this matter.
I see. But
Please, Sonny, let's not make this even more uncomfortable.
okay, understood. Let's drop it.
Thank you.
Where's the personal info again? Limited scenes. I have to go to this place apparently. Right? Yeah, it just like slowly zooms in.
It was New Year's Eve,
Oh, I'm
and
just
I was
starting
driving, half drunk, risking my whole life's work. But still, it didn't feel any different. Every day was the same. And the 121 days I had left till my retirement seemed like an eternity. When I look out the window of the hotel room I call home, I see the same thing every day. A woman in a red nightgown dances slowly in circles.
It's always happening
Smooth
to a
music.
detective that's just about to
The
hit
9
retirement.
o'clock show, with a glass of cheap bourbon and the red gown with the silent music. In the meantime, the proud city of Clawville is slowly eating itself alive. And we're still here, with nothing left to lose but our sanity, while others, the smart ones, had already gone. Molly. Does her name really upset me this much? All those years of solitude, and I still jump without question every time I hear it. And then there's Marty, my ex-partner,
No,
who hates
don't
me.
skip the
But I
exposition.
know I have to speak with him, no matter what. Why do I feel like the past is watching me on this goddamn night?
Chapter 1, Detour.
I knew where to find Marty. At the station, we'd always draw straws about holiday duty. Marty never joined in. He always took the New Year's Eve shift, even though he had someone to go home to. I understood. 10 years ago, we survived the night the press called the Bloody New Year. Forgotten by Clawville, but not by us. We both left parts of ourselves behind that night. Phyllis and Roy's. Two hedgehogs with an arrogance typical of novice cops. They're as prickly as they look. Officious little shitheads, but harmless.
So you think, Sonny.
Well, look at that. Hey, Sonny, what you scratching out over here?
What you scratching over here, Sonny?
Tough luck, boys. I may not be on duty, but I'm still a cop, just like you. Well, more than you.
Hey, you don't have to be so peckish, old bud. By the way, you're on luck. Blood Boil's not in tonight. Malloy is in charge.
Oh, God. That clumsy buffalo is here tonight. If he doesn't end up in a cell again, he's lucky.
You got it.
You looking for Marty, eh?
I see you're still the brains around here, Phyllis. Yeah, I'm looking for Marty.
That's
Birds of a
patronizing,
feather
Sonny.
flock together.
I see you're still the funny guy around here. You'll find the giant feather duster at the shooting range. As always.
Hey, Royce, I'm telling you this because maybe you'll be able to understand. If this prickly shithead makes another racist remark, I'll strangle him with his own raincoat.
I'd love to see that.
Hey, whose side are you on, you jerk?
You jerk.
Here we are again, Clawville Police Department. I've never been good at history, but if I'm not mistaken, this place has been a church, a hospital, and even some insane cult's secret hideout over the years. Anyway, the place holds the secrets of the ages, and some drunk pigs in the basement.
Well, I think the best thing to do is go ahead and cut it off there, because I think it's going to be that time soon. But I'll post this to YouTube, and please leave comments if you like this game, and I think this is an interesting game. I like the real images, the real people standing in with animal heads juxtaposed over them. Nice. But thank you for joining me. We're gonna go ahead and save. Oh, I'm sure it's saved. Yeah, it's saved. Exit the menu. What kind of extras? Cutscenes. Okay. Art gallery. Nice. This is an interesting game. So yeah. Throughout the week, like I said, just been feeling it lately. Been needing more of a laugh, so I was gonna do a stream of Dune 2000 today, but for some reason it kept stuttering, so I don't know. I have to test that out more. I'm about to do reformat and see, just do a nice old clean. But yeah, let me know what you thought about this game. I think it's interesting. So I might play it a few more times this week. Also, Turtles. I already got that pre-ordered on my Switch. 6-player co-op, baby. If you want to play together, let me know. Maybe I'll add you as a friend. Who knows? But anyway, once again, thank you for joining me. If you're currently watching, please give me a follow on Twitch. come back for this content, more of it, on other games even. And please follow the links below or above, wherever you're at on the webpage. I don't know what your webpage orientation is. Please go to the YouTube page and give a subscribe there and watch all this sweet VOD content, plus extra non-VOD content that's custom, unique to that channel in the future. Thank you so much for being part of the experience.